So this is not a how-to video. Homebeerbrewery. Thanks for tuning in, BrewTubers. This is another video on Homebeerbrewery's channel. This is probably the last video before Christmas, so I'm using this video to wish you Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Today I'm going to brew a batch of beer again. I successfully brewed an IPA with the recipe of the Speidel website. Turned out really well. All the kegs are almost empty. And today I'm brewing a Pilsner because the temperature in the brewery is perfect for it. The temperature is 12 degrees Celsius and it's perfect to ferment a Pils or a lager. And I can maintain the temperature very well. Well, let's start to fill the Braumeister with 55 liters of clean fresh water. And this is how 55 liters of fresh brewing water looks like. Alright, when the Braumeister is filled with the brewing water, it's very important to switch it to manual. We are now in manual mode. And to ventilate the pumps a couple of times. I'm going to activate the pump again. And you see the air bubbles coming out of the pump. So now it primes like it should be. Still a couple of air pockets in there. Again on. And as you can see, no more bubbles. Alright, now it's time to program the Braumeister. It's still in manual mode, but we're going to switch to the auto mode. We're going to program it by holding the P button. And I'm starting, this is a 5-step mash including the dough in. I'm doing in at 38 degrees Celsius, so that's alright. The ventilation of the pump is completed and as you can see it's starting to heat up. The strike water for the mash is heating up. The tap water is about 9 degrees Celsius and it's now already 12, so I guess it's heating up pretty fast. Meanwhile, I'm going to crack the grains. I'm using 10 kilograms of Pils malt, 1 kilogram of wheat malt. I'm doing 2 hop additions of a total of 75 grams and I'm using 10 hops. 70 minutes left on a boil, 50 grams, and 10 minutes left on a boil, 25 grams. That's going to be the aroma hop. So we are almost at the dough in temperature. I'm waiting for the signal and then I'm going to fill in the malt pipe. Filling in the malt. In the malt pipe there's already a filter underneath. And what's very important, and that you dough in the grains over here and you don't want any grain particles on the outside, because it can probably clog the pump. In this shot you can see that this is a really nice crush, a little bit rough, but that's necessary for the Braumeister. You don't want to get a really fine crush, so this is nice. Alright, all the malts are in there. That's 11 kilograms, so enough space left. This is the fine filter, and this is the big one. Yeah, touching the bar and a wing nut, and then we are ready to mash. Well, here we go. I filled in the malt, I press quit. You ask again, filled in the malt? Yes, I did. Start, and he's starting the mash. Check this out. Hopefully the Braumeister is leveled and it will flow over evenly. I will adjust that in a couple of seconds. What you see here is a message pump break. It's totally normal. And now it's starting again. What I didn't show you on camera is that I corrected the mash water pH of 5.5. After heating up to 63 degrees Celsius, it started the 40 minutes mash. And as you can see, there's 14 minutes left on that mash stage. And now it's heating up for the second mash step. 25 minutes at 73 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, I'm heating up my sparge water. My electric hot liquor tank needs a lot more time to heat up the water than the Braumeister. The heat element on this one is much lighter. I added 1 liter for every kilogram of grain that I lift out of the malt pipe, and an additional 2 liters. So there is 13 liters of sparge water in there, and I will heat it up to about 78 degrees, and I will sparge it by hand this time. Let's take a look inside the mash kettle. To the Braumeister, I have to say. Nice. Nice color. And the third phase has started. 10 minutes at 78 degrees. Beautiful. Alright, mash is completed. Time to lift the malt pipe a little bit and then sparge. Very careful, step by step, till the filter on top runs dry. Something like this, and now it's time to sparge. This is how we do it. I'm removing the upper filter. And the fine one, just turning around something of the malts. I hear you guys asking, why did you remove the filter? Because that will work to spread the water evenly above the grain bed. Well, in the center there was the center post of the Braumeister, and it created a hole through the grain bed, but by removing the filter and stirring the first couple of centimeters of the grain bed, you will close that hole, and the sparge water will also flow on the side and through the grain bed, not only in the center. So that's the reason why I removed the filter. During the sparge I'm going to give the Braumeister the command to continue to the boil, because sparging will take a lot of time and also getting to the boiling point. After letting it drain for about 10 minutes, you'll see there's just a couple of drops coming out of the malt pipe. I will place a piece like this. This is to clean your grill from your barbecue, so it's handy for this job. There it goes. I'm going to move the Braumeister. Don't try this at home. Never move a full boil kettle. So this is not a how-to video. So I had some time left, because I had to wait for the Braumeister to become to the boil temperature. I cleaned the filters and the malt pipe, and I saved a little bit of spent grains for my cookies today. The Braumeister is now at 95 degrees Celsius, so I'm waiting a couple of minutes more and then it's time to boil. Alright, boiling almost 8 minutes at 100 degrees. I have a nice rolling boil. Hopefully you can see it. Yep. 2 minutes left and then the first hop addition. 15 minutes left on the boil. It's time to add the wort chiller. Well, and this is a really nice feature of the Braumeister. It recognized that the temperature dropped a lot because I added the wort chiller. And as you can see, the timer is not blinking anymore. So it's on hold. It's waiting to get on a boil again, and then it will, as you can see now the timer will start again. So that's really nice. The roll flock tablet, 1.5. And I'm going to grab the hops. Here it goes. Alright, boiling time is over. Let's place the lid on it. Sanitize the lid a bit. There we go. Walk with me. I'm adding cold water to the chiller. There it goes. Well, let's chill this baby down, and I have a small tip for you. If you're owning a Braumeister, and probably you're already doing that, but maybe it helps you. I'm going to quit. Brewing completed. Cheers. Well, let's check the temperature. 94 degrees. When we switch to manual mode, you can check the temperature, but you can't switch on the pump. But I already turned on the pump, and when it's below a certain temperature, I believe it's 85 degrees. Yes, it's activating the pump and it's chilling more rapidly, especially in a lower range. About 35 minutes later, the temperature is 14 degrees Celsius, or maybe it's 40 minutes, but something like that. So it's in the temperature range of the yeast that I'm using. So I'm going to transfer the wort to the fermenter. And now I will deactivate the pump and let the wort settle. So all the trup will be on top of the bottom in a couple of minutes. Well, that settled about for 15 minutes, and I'm going to drain one glass out because that's always junk. Like you can see, not clear at all. Ooh, that's cold. Yeah, 14 degrees. Well, I have a sanitized fermenter. Still don't have a hose that fits my my valve. But this will work. I collected all the wort out of the Braumeister, and I will show you the inside of it. There's only junk and a lot of trup in there. I rehydrated 2 of this yeast sachets. It's the Chef Lager S23. As already told you, here I have it. Let's pitch the yeast. Bye bye. The original gravity is 1.056 at 14 degrees. I added water, and I've set the temperature at 65 degrees. And this is cleaning solution. This is something that I really like to do. Cleaning and brushing my brewing equipment like new. Well, that was my brew day. Thank you all for watching. I will drink a homebrew like this one. Hopefully you can see it and the camera will focus. Yeah, come on. It's very nice. Carbonated, nice color. This is the IPA that I brewed with the Braumeister. Very pleasant aroma, smells like an IPA. And oh wait, this is the Christmas edition. Merry Christmas everybody, cheers and thanks for watching again. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas.